And this morning, the topic is, what do you think? Do you think condoms should be put in schools?
Yes. Condoms should be made available.
Should they be made available?
Schools? Exactly. Definitely, because, like I said, it is clear that teenagers are having sex. And there's this Abstinence Makes Sense campaign. Right here in Jamaica, you have, like I said, the entertainers get involved. They'll invite the artists to come. There's a specific program that a school tour that they have, and they televise it, and it comes on RETV, which is a cable station. And what happens is that you'll have different artists from Conscience, Statius, to name a few. I don't remember all of them right now. And they'll be on the tour, and they'll go from school to school, and they'll perform. They'll give little talks in school and all that. But the message is continuously, abstinence makes sense. And they'll go into the classrooms.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So Statius go perform.
Yeah. Statius a perform.
Conscience go perform.
Conscience.
And then they turn around and say abstinence is what?
No, I not just that. So you're a 14-year-old boy. Them have this stage. The stage is about 4 foot tall. A 14-year-old boy, of course, Statius, big up Statius, a very curvaceous young lady, and she named Sexy, yeah? So she have on her tights and so on, their men eyes got to zoom into a certain area when you have on tights, So anyway, so she on stage and she come out and she say, what's up, this and this school, and remember it's important for you to stay in school and pay attention to your studies and don't get involved in sex right away, abstinence makes sense. DJ, drop the song.
No, this
Come into my room.
This is what I can't agree with dancehall though. You understand what I say?
No, but you can't blame dancehall for that. I think it's the organizers of that picked the wrong artist. Personally,
Hold on, Dr. Sexian. You as a performer, I going to tell me, say, you are do one thing and then I going to turn around and preach the next thing.
But that's the point. It's the organizers of the event pick the wrong artist.
But who?
I wouldn't have invited Statius to go and perform.
Forget about the organizer.
To,
Forget about the organizer. Put yourself as an entertainer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you're going to accept
no, but
to do something
in all fairness, the entertainers are adults and they're talking to kids. So they're sending a message to them and say, okay, right now, stay in school, focus on your studies, don't get involved in your sexting and all those things right now. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But
you will come and tell me that I'm not going to buy one word that way you tell me, say.
But that's the point, which is what I'm saying. The problem isn't that the organizer, is not the artist. I said something. The fact is, I thought it was the wrong choice. I wouldn't have chosen that specific artist for that purpose. Come on, man.
I mean, even Conscience is like...
Exactly. No, I wouldn't have chosen Conscience.
Take time, sit down.
Sit down. Like, seriously. Do the thing now, please. Let me talking. You know what I mean? I'm saying...
Well, at least you said take time.
But I'm saying, as the organizer, would I invite Chronics?
Chronics?
Yeah, our Queen Africa, you know what I mean?
Queen Africa?
Yeah.
You forgot what Queen Africa did sing, what?
That's true, she have one song. But most of our song them can, most of our song them relevant to the cause. I'm just saying, I wouldn't have chosen, big up Lady Star, I wouldn't have chosen Lady Star as an artist if the man left.
Exactly. It's raining. But I mean, it is a serious situation.
It is,
and I totally agree. I think they should. I think high school here. Well, usually we start at like 14 years old.
About that.
Yeah. Even though the consent is 18.
The age of consent is 18 in the States.
Yeah.
Really, I thought it was 16.
16? No, sir.
No, I'm saying that's
a minor, man. That's a minor.
Okay.
Link up radio, please hold on. Yeah, I think I agree with it, man. I think they should put condoms there because when I was a youth, if my mind did depend that me I go do. I mean, you can talk till the blue.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what? To believe it or not, there are adults who still have a problem and go buy condoms, You still have people
There you
who,
go. You're
big
right.
people
You're
who afraid
absolutely
for
right.
going to
You're absolutely
a
right.
pharmacy or wherever and ask for condoms.
Yeah.
Because right now, if you go buy, you have to go ask somebody for it. Because them small, normally people, them protect against shoplifting and all that. So most of the time it's behind the counter.
No, sir.
So you have to go up to the
Some
counter
place.
and say, give me a pack of whatever,
Some
ask
place.
for it out loud. Some people don't want to do that. So them don't want to buy condoms. Adults don't want to buy
you're right.
condoms.
You're right. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Link Up Radio, hello, good morning. Link Up
Hello.
Radio, hello. Oh, sorry, my fault. Link Up Radio, hello.
Yes, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
I just wanted to I guess, make a comment that that guy that just called, very, very close-minded. I think teaching values and those kind of things, that starts at home. That doesn't have anything to do with schools issuing condoms. Whether or not condoms are in, you teach the values at home, and that should decide whether your kids use it or not. But at least they have the protection,
Yeah.
not just from pregnancy, but also from the different STDs that you can get. And I think that's really what he should say. And if he thinks that by teaching those things that the kids aren't having sex, then I think he's sadly mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're definitely having sex. I think also a big thing to realize is that culture has really, really changed. And the sexual content in music and songs and those kind
Everything.
of things are
Let me help you.
Yeah,
Just
it's
say everything.
It's everything.
Just
And
say
I think also
everything.
the thing that I realized is growing up in this country with Jamaican parents, first time I saw pornography was I found a VHS cassette on the street. And me and my friends took it home and we watched it, and that was my first experience with pornography. My nephew was taking his grandmother's cell phone and watching pornography on the cell phone. So they have so much access.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
He's not even a teenager. He was
And
12 or 11.
I remember also that he doesn't have to go looking for porn.
True, you're
like I said
absolutely right.
before,
At all.
he could enter a lollipop in Google and 100 porn sites show up.
Right, and just to point out, I'm not agreeing with it. I don't think it should be encouraged for all of those Bible people that are going to call in and bonfire on me. I'm a Christian myself, and I teach my son Christian values. I teach him abstinence and those things. And for me, he couldn't. When he gets that age, he can't come to me and ask for a condom because I don't agree with that kind of thing at your age. So I teach different, but that has nothing to do with schools. Teaching about birth control, teaching about protecting yourself, because this is information that people need, adults and kids in 2030.
So hold on. A while ago, you just said your son can't come to you and ask you for condom.
No, not at all.
Why not? Why not?
Because in my house, we stand for a certain principle.
Yeah, but there you
And I
go.
don't agree
You
with
just
it.
blamed the
you can't
caller
do it.
before.
When I was growing up, I couldn't ask my mother for condoms.
Okay, and that's the
No,
close-minded
that's
that
a
you
part of the
that's
problem.
the close-minded that you just talked about. That guy being close-minded. Now, you understand what I'm saying? So now
No.
you. It sounds like
you're not going to get it from me. You can walk on it.
no. I'm not saying for you to give it to him, but you just said.
But
your
he
son,
should be able to ask
he
you
should be
for
able to
it. He
ask
should be
you.
able to come to you and discuss
You
it.
understand? And that's the fear
No.
now. Yeah, that's the fear that it sounds like you put that fear in him when
We
he can't come to you about them something.
No. Hold on.
You
Wait,
understand?
No, I hear you. Let me just clarify what I'm saying. My son will understand what my stance is on premarital sex. Okay? In this country, he has enough access to get to it. I'm not going to promote what you. If you want to do it, we'll talk about what condoms are when he gets to that age. We'll talk about what STDs are. You'll talk about but I'm not going to promote it by giving it to you. In this country, you can. I was walking and buying condoms at 16. You can do that, and that's what you want to do. You're going to understand what the principles are in my house and what I stand for. That's just how I feel about it. So
Yes,
in
I
terms
know.
of
Sir, can I
I'm
say
not-
something?
I'm not, yeah.
Can I just interject for a second? I hear what you're saying, and I get your principles and all of that, and I'm not trying to get you to go back on your principles. But you see, the statement that you made when you say your son can't come to you, that is something that you have to, and I hope you don't say that to him, because what's going to happen is that he's just not going to tell you about it or talk to you about it. And
Well, no,
trust me,
we can
just hold
talk
on a
about
second.
it.
Let me just finish. And as somebody who hid everything from her parents, I'm letting you know, you do not want your children to hide, especially things like this, from you. always have it in a case where he can come to you and talk to you about it. Because the minute he feels that, oh, well, because you of your stance and how you express yourself about premarital sex and all of that, he can't come talk to you about certain things. You don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I'm not at all suggesting that we can't talk about it. But as far as
no, but I'm just looking at your statement, and if you made that same statement to him or in his presence, that is the message he's gonna get.
As far as you saying, Dad, can you pick up a bag of condoms for me? That can't happen. Can we talk about it? Can you openly discuss it with me? Can you understand? Yeah, but as far as you calling me or my cell phone and saying, Dad, can you get me a pair of condoms? That's not gonna happen. It's not. Okay. And I'm gonna say, no, we can't. If you want to do that, then you protect yourself, and then you get there yourself. But I'm not promoting it by you being able to call me and for me to give you access to it. And I never needed. My parents wouldn't do that for me, and I won't do that for him. Can he talk to me? Certainly. And I do agree with you that the way that's presented to him is important, because I think you're right. I don't want to turn him off from being able to communicate that with me.
Exactly.
I think you're right.
So you feel if you're providing it, you're encouraging
promoting it.
No, well, it's a principle. It's something that I don't agree with.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's not really a principle. The thought about it is.
Let me talk, please.
All right, go on.
Hold
Go
on.
on.
What I'm saying is, so I don't agree with the principle. I agree that it's needed. I agree that in schools they should know about it. I think as parents that we should have those conversations with kids. And it should be before they're teenagers, because if we think that they're not doing it before teenagers, we're mistaken. But as far as you being able to, but you're also going to understand my point that I don't agree with it. And it's not even more so than the STDs and pregnancy. There's also an emotional aspect that most kids are not really ready for by the time they decide to do this. And he'll understand it about me. So as far as you being able to say to me, Dad, I need condoms, that to me suggests you need condoms because you're going to use it. If you're going to use it, then go get it yourself. You should understand the dangers. You should understand the issues associated with it. And you should also understand that as your father, I don't agree with you doing it until the time is right. And so if you're going to decide to do it with all the information you have and for everything that I'll tell you, then you're going to figure out how to do it yourself. And you're going to have to live with the consequences of that decision.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Plain and simple.
All right. So, I mean.
All right. So I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying, just keep the lines of communication open. He should always be able to come to you about anything.
All right.
Yes, I agree.
All right, cool.
All right.
Yeah, man, your time, boss.
Morning, Fatah. Listen me, it never have such of an etiquette program. You should have more about kids and youths of this time. Mm-hmm. But the gentleman that you all just speak to, I tip my hat off to him. I believe what he says is absolutely right, but you have to look at it. This time is not our time. But what we could get away with, we can't get away with now. The kids are different. The amount of sickness is out there. You need to teach your kids more about sex, more about using condoms, more the consequences, the dangers comes without protecting yourself. Miss Ann, I'm telling you, you're absolutely right. I believe that the school should teach the kids not to buy condoms, but if and when they're ready, soon as they have a boyfriend, soon as they're ready to have sex, use a condom, because we're not looking at pregnancy, because I could go back to my life. My mother made me when she was 13 going on 14 years old, and I thank God she never threw me away, because I love her dearly. My life belongs to her. So I still say again, about right now, the world, every 25 people in the United States, you have to look at one who have some form of sickness. So and it's not big people. I mean, everybody have it, but majority is the youths. When you go in the hospital and you look around, it's young people that dying. So it's better you teach them about condoms and you buy a coffin for them. It's better you teach them about condoms and they have a child at early age and they can be able to take care of it in the right way. Say no more. Love and respect, listeners.
Thank you.
And Fatah and Arnold, they should have more about this program here because very educated.
Yeah, man. Try to keep up.
Thanks a lot for the call.
Respects. All right?
Yeah, man.
All right. Let me try another one. Link up radio. Hello. Good morning.
Yes, Saturday, man. Morning.
Well, go on, my general.
Morning.
Everything good, sir?
Yeah, me there, Dr. Fixen, good morning.
Morning there.
Yeah, me that's everything I want to say to the fullness, man. Because, number one, the first place where they go at doctor, they take you to doctor. The first thing I agree to are the condoms. So, me that's that thing to the max, you know?
So you think it should be in
So,
schools?
yeah, man, it's supposed, you mean Saturday, man, if we go to school on Saturday, man, so things go happen to when we go to school, for them things that they did, them things that we don't know what it is, you know?
True.
You see it? So, you want to come on and talk, and I don't respect my mindset, be honest. So, other fan officer, me that's it, man.
So let me ask you. If
my son gonna use it. My son I use it. So what? My son take my one I use it. We have to use it.
how old is your son?
My son is 19 and I use it.
19. So suppose he was like about 14 and come to you and said, "Daddy, need some condoms, you know." Would you run him? Would you get it for him?
No, Saturday man, then the man will take my one for him at 14 I use, man. That big man I have to use it, you know.
So from my youth, he might take away your own.
Yeah, I take it when I use it. The first time I see the boy do and the boy blow it up and think a balloon.
So you endorse it to the max.
Yeah, man, endorse it to the max, man. John, one, I love the program as a shame bridging because, you know, you educate a lot of people.
Respect, man.
And a lot of people you educate a lot and a lot don't educate too because they don't listen.
Yeah.
And the thing you have to do is listen.
Yeah.
When you listen, you will learn. You can't just talk too much, you have to listen.
Yeah, man, without a doubt. And I personally, let me tell you something. And I keep on stressing on the fact that this not just happening to the kids of now. And I really need to make that point because a lot of parents of teenagers now forget what they were like as teenagers. And they're acting like these kids are just big and bad and is a different breed or something. The fact is the influences are more now because as we said before, as we pointed out, the gentleman who called and said him used to have to get a cassette at a VCR for watch Blue movie. Nowadays, as long as you have access to a smartphone, you can get a plethora of different pornographic films, pictures to watch. So the influence is there. But what we need to take in consideration is the communication between parent and child. That's something there when you're going to say you couldn't talk to your mother, you don't need to do something about that. As long as your child feels comfortable enough to come to you and talk to you about sex, it is a good place to be. Because just having that conversation can get them to delay. So your son come to you and say, "Daddy, beg you to condom or whatever." You sit down with him and go and chat with him or whatever. And then you probably can't get him if he end up spend the evening with you. So if nobody go have sex that evening there.
All right, the other part of Dr. Sexian, when my son is 15 years old, right, he said to me, "Daddy, I'm going to be a gram thing." So what? Be honest, you know, I'm not saying no to him, I'm not saying no, you know. I say, "Yeah, man, go and go get it. Go ahead and do it." Because number one, you are going to happen. You're going to sit down with it. You're going to take care of it. I will help you, but you're going to, instead that if the baby cry, you help me. You say, yeah, I will help you, but it's your responsibility. When you're man enough to go do it, you'll be a man enough to take care of your responsibility.
True.
So it's like, if me never tell them things, if me say, no, you can't do that, maybe you'll never do it.
And that is what I'm saying. You tell him the full story, so him don't see this thing as, oh, a baby is just this new pretty toy him can have. I don't know if you remember. I don't remember how long ago it was. The girls them they have the pregnancy pact. It's like a group of them decides that all of them going to have babies. And they saw babies as these nice, cuddly, little, pretty little things to play with. And them don't recognize that it's a whole responsibility that's going to change their lives. And that is why I keep on coming back to tell them the whole story. Stop telling them the part that you are comfortable saying. Tell them all the things that can happen, because sometimes if them hear the full story and recognize, say, yeah, you're going to have this baby, but when you want to play football at evening time, you have to go stay with the baby, or pay somebody for watch a baby. Where you gonna do?
What? All right. So that's the responsibility they have. So we not teach them the responsibility. They will think twice before them have it.
Exactly.
And most of them know what. You understand? But when people go like, they more beat them up and tell them, say, this can happen. I know you know for do this. No, teach them the responsibility that when time it happens, they know what they want to look out for and they know what they want to help themselves, you know. So
exactly.
to prevent it, to teach them from young before them get older.
So true.
Without
And that's
a
how
doubt.
that's how I'm happy, my brother.
Respect,
Yeah,
man.
man. Thanks a lot for
Thank
the
you,
link.
man. All right, sir.
Yeah, man. Blessed love here.
All right, let me take one more before we take a break. Link Up Radio, hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, can't wait no more.
Okay. No, man, I'm dead, man. Link Up Radio 93.5 877-320-5465 877-320-5465. This morning we're talking about Dr. Sexian. Let them know what we're talking about again.
Yeah, man, this morning we're looking at just condoms in school, and we're looking at it as a way to help us deal with the problem that kids are exposing themselves to diseases and all of that. I don't want to say that teenage pregnancy isn't something to worry about anymore, but I'm saying that they have found ways to still have sex and deal with teenage pregnancy. They recognize that they have the morning after pill. They know that they can do other types of sexual activity. So I don't think it's enough to just scare them alone with pregnancy. We have to tell them the whole story and say, listen, these are the things that are going on. I have to keep the lines of communication open. There's no way you can hide sex from your child. You cannot. Good luck trying.